I'm on the street, whether I'm painting a landscape or a mural, I'm pretty much laying it all out there for the community. Because I've been Whittier's landscape painter for more than 30 years now. And people will come when I'm just beginning a painting and they'll say it doesn't look like that, or what are you painting, or what's going on. But yet, if they stick around long enough, they see it develop very quickly. This mural is a continuation of a project that I began 10 years ago. And at the time, my principal asked me to paint a patriotic mural on this wall. She said it had to be a patriotic theme. And I was thinking that's not where I wanted to go with my public art. I created this scene, and in the wall we go from the microcosm to the macrocosm. We start with atoms and the tiniest things that you see in the microscope. And it progresses through the American flag, which morphs into a galaxy and the outer space. That was my scene, and I was thinking if I was going to be patriotic, I wanted to take the American flag and make it into something more than just the Star-Spangled Banner. I was thinking more in terms of Jimi Hendrix and the way he just transfixed the Woodstock audience with his rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. That's where I got the inspiration to take the American flag and flow through the entire composition and break up and become something beyond just the simple stars and stripes. I used to do as a teacher. I'd take kids up in the hills, we'd look at downtown LA, we'd make little constructions out of gumdrops and spaghetti, and we'd draw out on the streets. We have boat races with fans, and then since education's become a little more structured and regimented, I don't do a lot of these things anymore.
I like to draw butterflies and hearts. I've learned with watercolors that if you mess up, you have to put a paper towel over it fast, and the watercolors comes off, and not to overpaint while you're doing the watercolors.
Yeah, I love art because you get to do like whatever you want. Like instead of doing, like stick figures. You know how to make the real thing?
I would draw my family.
Why?
Because my family is really important to me.
Painted the mural, and then not long after that we had 9/11, which really gave the mural a brand new meaning and a new significance. And over the years, the mural has been protected by the community and like a working class community across the street, and I've driven by it many times and seen where it's been tagged, and then the next day someone will come up and paint it out. Maybe they won't match the color correctly, but it's like the community wants this mural and protects this mural, and it's part of what they look at. So I've been driving by lately and looking at the way that rust is dripping from the fence and all the mismatched reparations of the tagging, and I decided it was time to really give it a new top coat. So I've been going on Facebook and going online and just asking all of my artist friends to come and help me, and I've got a really great crew here in this film, and they're just coming out of the goodness of their hearts and just the spirit of helping the community. A lot of people ask me, since I have a master's degree in fine art and I'm a teacher, why don't I just teach purely art? And I think I just kind of came into with my situation as a fifth grade teacher. I moved into that after going to Whittier College. I started just integrating art across the curriculum, into math, into social studies, into science, and especially into language arts. And I found that that is such a tremendous hook to get students to respond to whatever my goals or objectives are in the lesson, to bring in the art. It seems to just get kids to want to come to school. I've been working on this mural at Fairgrove, and it's a backdrop for a play or a musical, and this is my working scale model of it, although the actual painting is much more vigorous. But it's supposed to be Broadway lights, but I'm also thinking of a Buddhist parable called the Phantom City. And in the Phantom City, this group is traveling through time and space for eons, and they're becoming very tired and weary. The caravan leader stops and says, okay, we're going to rest. We're going to the treasure land, but we're going to stop in this fabulous city. And with a wave of his hand, he creates this amazing place, and everybody goes in and they're just totally refreshed and relaxed. They get to the point where they're ready to move on. He says, okay, this wasn't our destination. This was just a stop along the way. And with a wave of his hand, the whole city disappears. And he says, we're going to the real treasure land now. Actually, the Phantom City and the treasure land are one, because it was a true, real experience for them, but yet it refreshed them to the point where they could continue on to the real destination, which was enlightenment.
Oh, it's a rainbow ice cream. Whenever you lick it, you get any wish you ever dreamed of. Like, my wish is to
No, I kind of stopped halfway there.
be a marine biologist when I grow up. Because I love the ocean and I want to discover new things in it.
I taught art for 8 years to all the grade levels. And then for the last 17 years, I've taught nothing but fifth grade. But here at Longfellow, I get to do both. I get to teach fifth grade up until lunch, and then after lunch, I teach a rotation class, which might be literature or reading, and then the final hour, I teach art. I do something akin to the writing process, but I call it the drawing process, and that's where we start with thumbnails and doodles and what I would call just abstract drawings, and then we push them toward a finished product where they go into painting and even sculpture. So we do a lot of art. I integrate it across the curriculum. I mix art, in other words, with every subject: math, social studies, science, writing, and even PE. Everything I know, I bring it, and I can teach it as a discrete subject. And then before lunch, I'm teaching my own class and integrating art into their curriculum. And I find that the test scores that everybody's so concerned about are naturally rising as a result, because kids are actually buying into what they're doing.
This land is your land, this land is mine.